Well, hey there, how you doing? It's Jonathan again for Tailhunter International. Time once again for the Mexican Minute La Paz Video Fishing Report, and this is coming to you from La Paz, Baja, Mexico, covering all of the fishing action for this past week of the 9th through the 16th of June 2019. To all my fish brothers and sisters, hope wherever you are, you're doing well. Thanks for checking in, and thanks for subscribing. And let's talk a little bit about fishing. You know, last week I said that although it's the middle of June, it seems like it's April fishing. Things are on the cooler side. Things really aren't going yet. Well, at the beginning of this week, I got pretty optimistic. It was like, you know, someone had thrown a switch. It was like we were in April fishing and suddenly, boom, it kicked up. The weather got better. The winds calmed down. It got humid. It felt more like June. Air temperatures went up to in the high 90s to low hundreds. It felt more like June, and consequently, the fishing improved dramatically. The Dorado that had been swimming all around and seemed like they were lockjaw, didn't want to have anything to do with anything we were doing, suddenly woke up. Dorado were biting, especially for our La Paz fleet, but, you know, some nice legitimate fish, anywhere from 5 to about 30 pounds. The rooster fish woke up as well. Some nice 40 to 60 pound fish caught and released, and things just seemed to turn around. Got a couple tuna, wahoo started biting. The inshore fishing continued great. Pargo, cabria, dogtooth snapper. Like I said, the rooster fish were going. Lots of jack crevalle, tons of white bonita, tons of skipjack, just a lot of action. That was the beginning of the week. I thought we had, turned the corner. We've been waiting so long for things to kick off. And then midweek, well, does this give you any idea? I'm a little bleary-eyed right now. Our days start at 4 o'clock in the morning. It's about 9 o'clock right now. And if you can see behind me, that's the beach. You see the leaves moving, see the palm trees going. It's windy. This morning it was cold. It started about Thursday, and the winds came up from the south again and cooled things down, especially for our Las Arenas fleet. Literally, it went from pretty good. I mean, we had marlin going. I mean, there was one day, I'll tell you what, we hooked 7 marlin. Every ponga that wanted a marlin hooked a marlin. For a couple days, it was like, it's going to go off. Here we are. We're finally getting into it. But then about Thursday, the wind started coming up again, and they started blowing. Currents changed. The waters got cooler, got a little bit dirtier, especially for our Las Arenas fleet. We went from, rocket science up here and blowing things out of the water, and then it went kind of came down back to earth. There's still some good inshore fishing. Jack crevalle, once again, all the bonita you want. There's no shortage of action. The white bonita are there. They taste great. They're like tuna. They're, especially for a lot of our first-timers, a lot of action. Jack crevalle, stuff like that, but no tuna, no Dorado, just a couple of tuna hookups, some wahoo hooked up. But we've been, here's the benefit of having our 2 full-time fleets. We have one fleet at Las Arenas, which fishes around Cerralvo Island. And then we have our other fleet that moves right out of here, right out of La Paz, fishes north towards Espiritu Santo Island. Las Arenas just kind of fell off the charts, but the ability of having 2 fleets allowed us to move a lot of folks who had reservations to fish with our Las Arenas fleet, and we moved them over here to La Paz, where the bites continued pretty well, even with the wind coming up. Although it was a little choppier, the Dorado are still there. They still cooperated with us. Some nice Dorado. We had some 30, 40 pound fish this week. Inshore, still got Pargo, cabria. You could stay away from the wind. You get into these rocky areas, and you've got some great Pargo, cabria, amberjack, even some yellowtail still hanging out. We caught some of our Dorado and one big tuna this week in about 10 or 15 feet of water. One of our guys from Colorado, Jason Goodman, he was fishing for some inshore, just trying to fill the ice chest with some Pargo, cabria. Boom, he gets hit with a nice big 50, 60 pound class tuna that dragged him out off into deep water. Hooked some nice Dorado as well. While the guys were fishing inshore, some 30 pound Dorado hit, again, dragged them offshore. But, like people ask all the time, you don't need a big boat. You don't need to go way far offshore to catch some of these big fish. They're inshore right now. So for our La Paz fleet, it continued. Everyone got fish. Some guys struggled a little more than others, but for the most part, a fairly good week. Way better than last week. We've got lots of pictures to show you. We've got a great fishing gallery this week. So we're just hoping these winds die down finally. When we thought we've turned the corner, we thought that we're into finally some warm summertime fishing. Last week I said it was like April fishing. This week I'll say, well, maybe more like May fishing with a little of June thrown in. So hopefully things are going to improve. We've got a lot of photos to show you. Read the entire fishing report if you'd like to see what else is going on. But listen, not a bad week. I think things are going to continue to improve. Hopefully they improve real quickly. If you're coming down, look forward to catching just about anything. I can't tell you what you're going to catch because there's so much variety out there. So listen, that's going to wrap it up for our Mexican Minute La Paz Video Fishing Report. I'm Jonathan down here in La Paz for the Tailhunter Sportfishing Fleet. Hope you had or are having a great Father's Day. Thumbs up to all you dads, grandfathers, and to all of your families. God bless. Thanks for checking in. You take care. We'll see you next week.